Welcome everyone to the Coaster Spot. This is Alex and we're back at Six Flags Great Adventure for another construction update of Flash Vertical Velocity number 10, filmed on May 21st. And look at that storage lot, what's left of it. And also, Roaring Rapids, the water is back in there. They haven't put the boats in, so I'm doubtful that it will open this weekend, maybe Saturday, I don't know. They have to do training, obviously. But yeah, only a few pieces left. Mostly for the tower, and then two others, it looks like, for coming out of the twist, because you'll see the progress is quite advanced. And over there, there's only two tower segments remaining. I wonder why. But here we go. We're going to do our normal fly all the way around the lake edge and just, I don't know, talk about Flash Vertical Velocity and the amazing progress that was made since we were last up in the air, which was unfortunately about 2 weeks ago. But yeah, since then they've done pretty much the rest of the coaster. You know, they've done the inverted stall, they've done the double up, they've done the diving turnaround, and they've done the zero-G roll, which went in yesterday. And they were already bright and early. This was taken at 7:30 a.m. working on putting more pieces in. So by the time this video is out, of course, it's actually already outdated, unfortunately. So but it's looking fantastic, as I said. You know, all 1,430 feet, I believe, a track is almost in. And it's just going to be absolutely amazing to see that tower go up. That should be visible from 537 from Prospertown Lake. So tomorrow morning, I think I'm going to go back. I wasn't planning on it, but I definitely got to go back because obviously they were already planning on lifting a new tower segment in place or getting it ready to. I'm sure it's already in. So, but look at this. As we're going to rotate around, you're really going to get a nice view of that zero-G roll, heartline roll thing. We are officially going to call it the chiller roll. If you don't know, this coaster has one element that's just so similar to Batman and Robin the Chiller. It did a kind of a zero-G roll, but then it would flatten out into a heartline roll instead of diving out of it. And it just looks so much similar than that ever was. Hopefully it will never get stalled upside down like that was one of the major issues of Chiller, unfortunately, that occasionally the train would saddle, not making it back through its course. And for the first few years, it would, you know, end up in a valley. But then years later, it ended up upside down, unfortunately, though at least the back few cars. So that was kind of unfortunate and one of the reasons of its demise. But yeah, definitely coining this the chiller roll. Colin over at Collinwood Studios and I have decided that's what we should call it. So we're going to make it a thing, hopefully. Hashtag chiller roll. Put it down in the comments down below and spam it on social media. We want it to be a thing. You know, we have the Mosasaurus roll. This is the chiller roll. Let's go with it. The original chiller roll just had some crazy heartlining, so it's definitely not going to be as good as that ever was, but I think it has the opportunity to be pretty cool. Plus it's a little bit higher off the ground, and Chiller was 200 feet tall and this is only, you know, about 170 or so feet. So you're definitely not going to have as much speed through it as Chiller used to, which was part of the for you younger coaster enthusiasts, you have no idea what you missed. It was amazing. I thought I'd give the time here to just take a look at the Log Flume, since in our park update that went up on the channel yesterday, go check that one out, they were making progress on putting sections back in and fiberglassing them up, and it looked like it was just a hive of activity over there. It looks like more segments have gone in since then. We'll be sure to take a look at that tomorrow to see any more progress on that, because, you know, it's a classic, and while we're looking up there, we might as well take a look at it and see what's going on. Yeah, that's about it. I don't know much more I can talk about for the next 4 minutes, but we're going to have to make it so. Since our update, 3 more pieces of track, I believe, have gone in. So, and it looks like the roll probably went in this morning or last night, I'm thinking, actually. And as they were working, actually, they were working on putting in the last support, which is another one of those angled supports. There will be one more support, like long support, that's going to be coming off of the tower itself, If you look at our construction updates from the previous, you'll see there is a flange, I guess you would call it, coming off of it, or support column connection coming off of it. So yeah, there'll be that support, and then of course they haven't finished the back of the IMLA install, and I'm thinking, since that one piece that was on site and just disappeared, I'm thinking that there was something wrong with it, and they are having to maybe cut it up and re-weld it to make it fit properly. So I mean, that occasionally happens. Something can be off by just a little bit. An angle can be off by a little bit, and it can really mess up the geometry of it. And it was a complex support too, with 4 different connections, connecting them all together off of a very wide support as well. So it's not completely absurd to see that they might need to modify that support to make it fit properly, but that shouldn't delay anything whatsoever as far as the project goes. And people were, I was thinking, this was gonna be until August, but now I'm thinking July. I have on good authority that the park really wants to push for the 50th anniversary for season pass previews. I don't think that's realistic. That's only 40 days away, and they have so much groundwork to do elsewhere on the construction site. And they had the 2 queue sections, they have the lockers to go in, which shouldn't take that long considering how quickly they're going in over at El Toro, and hopefully other rides will soon follow. And then there's the station itself. It does have a dropping floor, so people don't get their feet caught up when you're flying through the station, because the trains are quite open compared to like old boomerang trains. So they have a dropping floor just for safety's sake. Kind of like Medusa, but just off to the sides of the train. And I always zoom in. Just look at that dive from that angle. Oh my God, that is just ridiculous. That's just nutty. I'm gonna definitely try to get some testing views of that if they're testing early enough in the morning to do that. But that's it. Thanks for watching. This has been Alex for the Coaster Spot, and yeah, I have to come back tomorrow morning. It's a long drive, but I would be doing it anyways, and now I just get to share it with all you people out on the internet. And I thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And again, spam that hashtag across social media. Chiller roll.